Super Idol di Charo, domain needed 10 by Chung for the.
Are you stupid? This is like the talk of the town right now. This just blew up like, oh my god. Like, what the fuck? I saw this article just randomly pop up on my phone. I just like saved that shit. I just got. Oh my god, they're so fucking delusional. Okay. So, dragonage Veilguard might have sold better if it was a live service. Suggests EA CEO. Really? Really? Okay. To break out beyond the core audience, games need to directly connect to the evolving demand of players who increasingly seek shared world features and deeper engagement alongside high-quality narratives. EA CEO has said a post Dragonage of Veilguard. No! Are you fucking stupid? You stupid! Oh my god, no! We kind of know they were thinking this way, low key, like a little bit, just because of how the game is, right? It's horrid. I mean, like, I can get through one playthrough of it, and enjoy the combat of it. Yeah, that was fun and stuff, but somewhat. But after a certain while, halfway through the game, I was just like, "Alright, bro, hell." let me just finish this shit. Let me try and see what happens at the end. And they obliterated literally the past 3 games. All the build up for the past 3 games, literally all those storylines, the lore, it's just all gone. Yeah, so listen, so this is the Eurogamer article. Dragonage Veilguard might have sold more copies and made more money for EA if it had been a live service game. No, it would have not sold shit. I mean, like, if they added a battle pass, and I still think this would have been one of the only games that would have died with their fucking battle pass, bro. That's very rare. Oh, what the fuck is this shit? I don't care. Kingdom Come Deliverance! I can't play that game yet until I finish the first one. Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to play the first one first, so I'm just like, I'm like halfway through. I'm going towards the end of it, so yeah. Good game, yeah. The second one also a good game too. I didn't play it yet though. In order to break out beyond the core audience, yeah, I already read that shit. Dragon Age had a high quality launch. It was well reviewed by critics who played. However, it did not resonate with a broad enough audience in this highly competitive market. Okay, well, first of all, the well-reviewed critics were just like, yeah, they were shills. They never paid for that review score. Even like there, before the game came out, Jesus Christ, before the game came out, I was like excited that, yeah, new Dragon Age has been like 10 years. Let's see what it's about. And I've seen, we've seen like a good much of the footage and like everything, and I'm just like, okay, well, it's probably not going to be a 10 out of 10 from what I'm seeing, obviously. I already knew the combat was going to be different 2 years ago, but I kind of brushed that aside. I mean, that's not even the main issue. I mean, of course, I would like the combat from the other 3 games, any of them, right? Any of the combat, but wasn't the main issue. The main issue was the writing. So, yeah. And yeah, you can be a bad live service game with shitty writing too. Like, it probably would have been worse, honestly. Yeah. I don't think, like, I mean, if we can we try and go to Steam charts right now? It's already, yeah, we got it, it's not even up here. Kingdom Come Deliverance here. Hell yeah. Deserved. It just released like a day or 2 ago. Dragon Age. 69. Nice. Oh, yeah, we're at 69. 2000. 2000. This is, but I think the last time we checked this was like a week or two ago. Yeah. So maybe it's like 10k people or less currently playing the goddamn game. But Jesus Christ, bro, like that's just, this is so, it's sad, but it's expected because it's just not that good. Not that good. 24-hour peak on Twitch. Jesus Christ. My God. I mean, we don't even have to look at all this shit. We know. We know. Yeah, but anyway, yeah. So like, they were all paid, and even with the girl, yeah. I was trying to finish what I was talking about. Yeah, so even I was like, okay, it's not like a 10 out of 10 game, right? So I'm thinking, okay, maybe like 7, 8 out of 10, maybe like Inquisition, you know, but Inquisition wasn't terribly bad. I mean, it was just like the hinterlands and just like a lot of bloat, but I mean, like, especially if you have mods and stuff and you know where to go, it's really not that bad. It's pretty damn good. So I got Game of the Year. So I was thinking, okay, I like Inquisition, baby. No, but this girl in IGN, she was way too positive, and I was saying this, like, I was like, okay, she's not saying anything bad about the game, like, is there any criticisms? Like, there's no criticisms at all. There's nothing to criticize. They're like, what the fuck? She's just 100% like happy, and that was so sus. I'm just like, there's no way. Like, even when I was excited for Veilguard, I'm just like, there's no way, bro. Like, what? She's just saying absolutely nothing. I'm just like, I was thinking, okay, maybe she's one of those Solavellan, like, Solas fan girls. Like, she's just like, anything. Like, I like anything dragonage. Like, one of those motherfuckers. I mean, yeah, I do like dragonage too, but like, this is just like a complete, like, this is just embarrassing. This game is embarrassing. God damn. But yeah, that's why I was like really sus. So it's probably just the only good thing they can say to the little CEOs in their little meeting, that yeah, the scores were good though. So they're trying to like find a, you know, that these CEOs, EEOs or whatever the fuck, they don't really play games. You know, maybe they're not looking at like Twitter posts or like just regular posts in general. And they're getting told like, okay, well maybe because it wasn't a live service game, that's why. So that's what I'm thinking that they're saying this shit. Because that's the main thing nowadays. You gotta be live service. You gotta be live service just to make a profit. You don't have to be, and you shouldn't be, especially if you're mainly a single player game. Like, why the fuck would I want to play a multiplayer dragonage game? God damn. And it didn't resonate with a broad enough audience. No. It don't. The audience don't got to be broad. You just got to make the game good. The game is good, the people will follow along. Like, you know, right? You already got like a good amount of people that like play the game. You know, if they like the game, they'll tell other people like, hey, this is a good game. You should pick it up and shit like that. But yeah, I mean, that's the issue. Was you trying to go to a broader audience? Dragon's Veilguard underperformed, icing the competitive dynamics of the single-player RPG market. EA's whatever said, leaving little wiggle room for how EA sees the genre's future. Yeah, so I mean, if they come out with like a Dragon Age 5 or some bullshit, it'd probably be live service. Probably be live service, just because, you know. Historically, where are we at? Yeah, blockbuster storytelling has been the primary way our industry bought beloved IP to the players. Canfield continued, the game's financial performance highlights the evolving industry landscape and reinforces the importance of our actions to reallocate resources towards our most significant and highest potential opportunities. No. No, just make it a Dragon Age game. You couldn't even do that for us. Holy shit. It's just a bad game. Coming up with all these excuses. Holy shit, man. Oh my god. It's just, they're just delusional. The lesson they took, Dear Lord, learned absolutely nothing award. The clowns revealed themselves as being part of the circus. What a surprise. Yeah. There you have it, folks. After disasters like Anthem and nearly 10-year dev cycle for Veilguard, EA's taking away its live service system away. Still to this day, Bioware didn't stand a chance. I mean, well, they did if they, like, you know, made a good game, right? I mean, shit, it don't gotta be 10 out of 10. Like, it just had to be good, right? How hard is that? But I guess it was really hard for EA. It wouldn't have sold any better. In fact, it would have lost more money on it. That's what I'm saying, you know? Pack it up, everyone. Bioware, even at the loftiest heights of its prowess back in the day, has less than no chance under modern EA. That's what I'm saying. Like, even if they're saying, like, this is the reason why, then they're fucking stupid. Like, what? It's just so stupid. You know? It's just so blatantly obvious. EA is as blind as ever. This made my hype less for the new. Yeah. It would be a tragedy if EA listened to what their players actually want. Yeah. Yeah. Could have made the best game in the world. Still would have passed Sincere Massacre of the Quinari. Yeah. I mean, it's just literally, it's a human cosplaying as a Quinari, and I will always stand by that. Yeah, I agree. I mean, like, if they kept it Dragon Age, bro, like, I don't care what you do with the art style and shit. Just give me a good game, bro. Maybe don't make some gay renegade. Well, shit. There you have it. It almost sounds like EA thinks removing Veilguard's live service was a mistake. Shared world features. Am I misinterpreting this? I really hope Mass Effect 5 stays single players. Yeah, did we already read this? Yeah, it's just so, like, what are they thinking? Are they like 70, 60-year-old boomers that just don't be online? Just don't play the actual game? Well, they probably don't. They're just like, you know, a lot of them investors and shit. But still, like, come on now. Holy shit. I mean, maybe it's a good thing they shilled out to the fucking game journalists and IGN and all these motherfuckers, because maybe this is the only way we get Dragon Age 5, you know, a potential chance. But I mean, even if we get it, it's just gonna be a fucking live service at this point, right? I mean, okay, yeah, game dog shit. All right, then let's pay these journalists to give us reviews, 10 out of 10 reviews, so we have something good to say to our investors or something. Hey, shit, like, okay, I don't, well, maybe I do blame you. It's still kind of fucked, right? But, you know, but I don't even want to play it. Like, I mean, especially with how they, like, ended Veilguard too, right? Like, I mean, they destroyed Thetis. And then now they're just like, oh, and everyone was being manipulated by these 5 weird, mysterious council people from across the sea. Who the fuck? Like, what, bro? So, it's a wrap. That was, like, one of my... Dragon Age is, like, one of my favorite universes, bro. They just fucking, like... It's just gone and gone. The problem wasn't shifting away from live service. The problem was ever considering it as a possibility for Dragon Age to... Yeah, I mean, like... And they tried it out. It wasn't even a possibility. They actually started making a multiplayer game. That's why you can see some parts of the game that, like, you go on some quests or some areas in the game, it looked like kind of multiplayer vibes, right? Because they, like, shifted it. They shifted it. It does sound like they're expecting multiplayer launch numbers from DA. RPGs have longer shelf lives than any FPS or PvP game. But they want immediate sales and pre-orders. We're not accounting for skeptical all the bad launches over the last few years have made players. They need to keep ME and be a single player. Multiplayer is not going to attract more people, not off the rip. God, that was long. I guess admitting laying off so much of the team over the years and not allowing the writers to pursue things they clearly wanted to include in the game that fans also really wanted would be bad for business. That's what I'm saying. Like, figures they would blame it on the lack of... Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, the writing was terrible. But I'm also like, you got OGs, you got veterans that made Origins and, like, Jade Empire, KOTOR, the Knights of the Old Republic, and all that shit. Like, good writing games, good narratives and shit. But, like, this is the writing. The one thing that should have been good from Bioware is just bad. So I'm just like, is it really the writer's fault? Like, did they like, you know? I don't know. So I'm like, apparently this dude, I don't know what his name is, but like, I think his name is, was it Luke Stratford or some shit? I don't know. But he's allegedly trying to get to the bottom of this, and you know, he's trying to figure out like, why the fuck is Dragonage or Veilguard? We're not gonna put Dragonage next to that fucking bullshit. Why the fuck Veilguard is like that, right? Because you still got a couple veteran writers and shit, and it's just like, why is it just this Disney therapy fucking simulator, you know? Maybe they were like, you know, steered away from writing what they wanted to write. Veilguard would have crashed hard if it was the game that EA wanted. It's already crashing hard now. It would have been terrible. If they do the same shit to the next ME, then the game and Bioware are done for. When will these companies... Here's the thing about Mass Effect. They'll probably still make sales. They'll probably add a battle pass anyways, because there's like it's a multiplayer part to the game, right? So they'll still probably make money off of it anyways. If Dragon Age, we can only hope that we can only hope that like the least they do is like add a multiplayer like Inquisition. Like, sure, okay, but like the main focus is the single player, you know? Because yes, Inquisition, if you didn't know, has a multiplayer. I actually played it. I mean, I kind of enjoyed it back then, but like even when like it came out, like the year that it came out, like 2014, 2015, there wasn't a lot of people playing it. It was, I mean, of course it could have been fun, more fun. Like there's like some tweaks they could have done to like make it pretty cool, but yeah, I mean, like I honestly, I kind of wouldn't mind it, like if it was like mainly like a firefight. I think that's how Mass Effect 3 multiplayer is. My dad plays that like every goddamn day. Yeah, he plays Mass Effect 3 multiplayer every goddamn day. And also Call of Duty. I bought him Space Marines too. He didn't like Starfield. He got taste. He has standard. He might be a boomer. He might be a boomer, but he has standards, right? So, yeah, but so I'm saying like, okay, add it in. Like let's satisfy our EA overlords, right? But just give us good multiplayer. I mean, not fuck. Like turning into an EA show. Give us a good single player. Just focus on the single player, like Inquisition. But don't bloat it with the fucking hinterlands and all that fucking bullshit. And the war table and the, yeah. War table wasn't bad. It's just like it was time based, like real time based. Yeah. So is that everybody? Oh no, there's Maddie. There we go. And the trend of this industry failing to learn tough lessons and grow from them continues. Yes, Dragon Age Veilguard being multiplayer would have improved its chances of success. Yeah, brilliant, Dragon Age. Truly, EA was right all along, y'all. Lord. I mean, honestly, even if it didn't work in Inquisition, it probably won't work. I mean, obvious, they can make a good I'll be honest, they could make a... I don't want to give them ideas. Well, they already have the idea, but they could make a good multiplayer game out of it, because I did play the Inquisition multiplayer. But I don't want them to. I want them to focus on the single player. I mean, I definitely want them to focus on it now, to be honest. But if that's what's required for them to get Dragon Age 5 out, I mean, sure, whatever. I just won't be like superly hyped for the game. I just won't trust anything until the game comes out. So I'll just, yeah, I'll trust my YouTube reviewers like Maddie, please. You know, I wasn't shitting on Maddie. I kind of believed him in his take on Dragon Age, like, when it came out. That shit went viral, bro. Oh my gosh. He was just like, he was so, like, and I felt that way too, because he waited 10 years for this bullshit. But my main thing was, like, okay, he didn't like Inquisition at first. He did grow to love it too, like, that's what he said. Later on, he likes Inquisition now. But, like, my thing is, like, he didn't really like Inquisition. So I'm just like, okay, well, maybe, like, because he didn't like Inquisition, like, you know, maybe I will still like it somewhat. Yeah, so I was wrong. I mean, I enjoyed the first couple of hours and stuff, but, like, I mean, just afterwards, it just wasn't it. But yeah, they're just not listening. They're really not listening. Cyberpunk was not multiplayer and had a historically disastrous launch, but the writing and the world was good. It sold over 30 million users. That's what I'm saying, right? And the thing is that they were able to come back. The main thing about it, though, is that it was a good game already. It was just like the bugs and glitches and shit. Like, that's it. But that's the issue with Veilguard. It's not a good game, but there's no bugs and glitches. So I mean, there's nowhere for it to go or like to improve, especially if there's no like DLC, which is a good thing. Yeah, let's just forget about the game entirely. You know, just forget it ever happened. How out of touch can you be? My favorite part is when CEOs forget live service games cost money after launch and they can't afford to bleed that money. They then shut it down and take the tax break and then they do it all again. Yeah, they think they can be the next Fortnite. Yes. So like Concord, is this the game industry equivalent of the film industry, making a movie based on a fad but taking so long that it's 10 years out of date upon release? It's not even really this. Like even back when it was supposedly supposed to launch, okay, Inquisition came out 2014. Okay, so the next Dragon Age, this should have came out in like 2018, 2019. Even back then, I mean, Jesus Christ, I'm saying back then, that's when I graduated high school. Jesus Christ, time flies. But even back then, it still would have been a shitty game because it's a shitty game. It's just simple as that, right? What? Live service, what? EA? That is not even in the ballpark on why it failed. Live service would have had the same failed issues. Would have been worse. EA CEO blatantly lied about the Veilguard. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, this is literally what I'm saying. Like, they shield out to these journalists and shit. They definitely did. But it's just like, if you knew there was issues with Veilguard, then just like, well, why didn't you fix them? Maybe it was too late. You know, so maybe he just wanted like some sort of positive note just to lie to them, you know. Jesus Christ. Veilguard's tone and content was very different than that of Dragon Age Origins, which was extremely popular. It had changed somewhat by Dragon Age Inquisition, but the audience bought that this stuff was a bridge too far. Yeah, because it was still Dragon Age, you know, somewhat. I mean, it was a little it wasn't completely like high fantasy, you know, like Veilguard. Jesus Christ. It was still Dragon Age at heart. I mean, you can call all three games like Dragon Age games. I mean, so you got like some Origin supremacists who just think its Origins was the only Dragon Age game. Yeah, shit like that. But I mean, all three Dragon Age games, this is just like, it just wasn't even it. There's no audience that really likes it. I mean, there's a couple people on Reddit that's just like, dude, why the game bad? Why people say this about the game? You know, it's just like, yeah, so. Kingdom Come is right there as an example of a game which stuck by its original core mechanics for the sequel and blew up. They didn't chase anything. Yup, Kingdom Come. Yeah, listen, how many months out are we from Veilguard? Like 9 weeks. Not 9, fucking hell, I can't fucking speak. 90 days. Was it like October 31st? Yeah, it was like 3 months. So we'll see Kingdom Come Deliverance 9, not 9. Jesus Christ, my brain is like fried. Oh my gosh. 3 months from now. Okay, what is that, like April, May? Like May or some shit? Yeah, we'll see how it is from there. Like how many players and shit they got. I mean, they're still gonna have a lot. Especially because they got me playing the game last second, or at least the first one last second. So I'm gonna be buying it like a couple weeks from now, maybe next week. So yeah, we'll see. Baldur's Gate was the blueprint for them to follow and take lessons from. I think by that time it was already too late. Yeah, but it was already too late because by the time Baldur's Gate 3 came out, they were pretty much like in alpha state. I don't know what that. I think they were. Yeah, like some alpha type state that they announced on their blog, so I think it was too late to change anything, maybe at that point. How, who, why, I don't get it, and this, yeah, I mean, like, they just appeal to your current audience. Like, you just kicked us to the side, and that's why it bad game. That's why it bad game. Video game CEO, Veilguard failed because it wasn't live service. Me. You're an idiot. Yeah, same. According to Reddit, Dragon Age Veilguard failed because of Russia. What? Okay, anyways, playing Dragon Age Veilguard part... okay. This character keeps making me physically cringe. Gotta hate this game. I'm glad it flopped. Then why you still... Just get off, bro. Just stop playing. For me, I tried to stick it out for like the stream, you know. I was just like, alright, let me try and finish this shit. I didn't completely hate the combat. I was actually like, I mean, I wanted to get the extra like, you know, abilities and shit. But it wasn't like a lot. It's funny because they hyped that shit up a lot too. With like the, oh, look at this innovative ability tree and all this. We can't reveal too much, but it's pretty damn cool and like complicated. But it's not that complicated at all. It's pretty, you know, I would take the Inquisition skill tree from the Veilguard skill tree. I honestly, I mean, I don't know. I mean, like, Veilguard, you got healing and shit, but I mean, like, you don't do anything with your companions, right? Because only your companions can heal you. You can't heal yourself. You only heal yourself with potions, like the last game, right? I don't think you can heal yourself with actual healing abilities. Just your companions. So I honestly, I would actually take Veilguard combat. I mean, not Veilguard combat. Inquisition combat. So, what do you guys think? Let me know down below. But EA, it's just, goddamn. Oh my god, they'll never learn. I truly believe, I don't think this IP is ever gonna be saved unless they go to another studio or like developer or some shit, because they just don't get it. They don't. And I don't care if the old writers come back to that other studio that gets the game too. Like, sure, yeah, please get the vets. You know, just don't do that fucking friendship is magic shit again. I'm gonna believe that you were coerced in like doing that shit or something, because it's just like, I don't know why they did that shit. You got motherfuckers from Origins fucking doing that friendship is magic shit. I don't know. I'm gonna just take it that they were forced to do it, you know. Maybe, hopefully. But yeah, so that's it. What do you think? Lord. Goddamn, bro. Goddamn.
Shot at a black man and took his shoes. Customized my AR like a Black Ops 2. Just scammed a white kid out of some Gorilla Glue. I don't wanna fuck this bitch, she smell like poo-poo.